Thank you for tuning in to WHID-FM. What has Islam done for me? Please subscribe.
Now, a lot of people in the world have a surface level definition of what love means. Can you both tell us what your definition of love was before Islam and what it now means to you?
In the world, I guess it was, you bought me some bamboo hoops. You bought me some 5411s. You bought, like, other than, like, family love.
Okay.
Earrings. Some earrings or some tennis shoes. So it was like what you could do for me materialistically. That was how you would show your love in the world. And the minister taught us that love is action and love is duty. And I'm learning now that don't tell me you love me. You don't have to say it because I can see it. And that's just not on a relationship, on a couple level, but that's period. With any of my relationships, you don't have to say those words, though they feel good to hear. But when you show me your actions, I can tell whether or not there's love attached to that. And it's based on the actions and based on your duty.
Yeah, well, I agree. She just pretty much hit it on the nail. But it's definitely before I became a Muslim, it was physical. You know, it was, it was about what I could do. It was material. It was about money. It had nothing to do with what I learned later on, especially after I came into the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know, did I actually learn, and I say I, meaning me as an individual, learn through brotherhood that brotherhood is actually love. You know, and the reason why I say brotherhood is because I don't care what your circumstance or condition may be. I don't care how bleak it may be, how troubling it may be. If you literally will just say it in that brotherhood, you will find some answers that will give balance to that, you know, and that's love. We never let a brother, I'm sure the sisterhood is the same way, you know, but for me, brotherhood is love too.
Either one of you, what would you say to someone who's afraid to love again?
Oh, man. Don't be afraid. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess you would just have to say, get out of your own way. I guess that would be my answer, to get out of your own way, because you can literally talk yourself out of your blessing. And for whatever reason. So I would say you have to say, self, get out of the way and let Allah guide. And if it's not meant to be, it won't be. But you won't know if you're interfering. If you're doing all this and trying to mess all this up, then you're never going to know if it's truly meant to be. So just opening up to the idea of being worthy, of being loved properly, will open you up to that I guess, the being able to love again or being loved again.
I have also had to learn to love again as well. And I mean, I had to learn to love myself, because I've done everything possible in order to destroy myself, in order to erase myself, in order to remove myself from the planet Earth. You know, I've done everything, and I had to learn to love what God created in me. Had I not learned to love, then you wouldn't have Bilal and Lakisha. You wouldn't have, Bilal Rahman at all. You know, you would have that little nigga or whatnot that came from out of Park Heights that didn't know nothing, didn't have no love in him for anything or anybody, you know. And I'm just grateful to Almighty God Allah that He has been able to allow me to know what love is, you know, and to be able to just enjoy it and take it in, you know, because a lot of times we don't know how to take love in, you know. A lot of times we don't even know how to take with somebody doing something nice for us, you know, we reject it, right? You know.
And I'm going to follow up with the next question. So we are taught that trials purify. Can you talk about how trials have helped you in your journey of Islam? And we can start with Brother Bilal.
How trial has helped me purify myself. Well, one thing I understand about trial, you know, you have to literally endure every moment of that trial. You can't just, take circumstance and conditions that you're confronted with, especially if they're in opposition to what you're trying to establish as a better person and a better human being, you can't just look at that and say, oh, well, this is momentarily. You literally have to fight for every square inch of your belief system, your manhood, in order to establish yourself as a Muslim, you know? So, my trials personally has been, you know, me dealing with those that always been attacking my leader, you know? I'm Muslim. I mean, that's what I know. I'm Muslim all day long, you know? And to hear people try to attack the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan after what he has done for me, you know, personally as a man, I mean, this man has given me my life back. When you talk about somebody that was dead, I was dead. I don't know how dead you can get. Everybody probably got their stories of death, but mine was literally just laying in a hospital bed dead, you know, shotgun wound dead, you know, always under some type of stress, you know. So I needed this, you know, I really did needed this, you know. So, I mean, I ain't got too much more to say on that, though.
Yes, sir.
I would agree that you have to go through the trial. I think what I've learned, you can't stop the trial. You can't avoid the mission, because what we are taught, that what you don't get, you will repeat until you get the lesson. So what I've learned is to stop trying to intervene and just let go and let God. I know it sounds cliche, but that's really what you have to do. Sometimes you just have to let your hands go and let Allah guide the wheel. And it's not saying that it's going to turn out the way that we expect it to turn out, but it's the way that He intends for it to turn out. So I'm learning that you just got to let the Lord take the wheel and be comfortable with whatever the results are.